You know, when I'm going to look back on 2018, I'm going to realise it's the year that I really started to delve into giallo movies. Fantastic, completely my cup of tea, and particularly the movies of, well, a few Italian directors, but the one I've kind of most delved into is Dario Argento. The next one I'm going to talk about is Tenebrae. This was recommended to me after my review of Opera as the next one I should check out. This will make the sixth Argento movie that I've checked out this year for the first time. It's, you know, a lot of these movies I haven't seen before, and I'm surprised every time I get into them by how much I love them and how much they really resonate with me. This one is all about an author, Peter Neal, who has written a book, Tenebrae, that is rather successful and has been doing really well in Italy, and he has been programmed by his agent to go there and be on various talk shows and do interviews and just be a presence there. Well, his book is doing fantastic business, and as he gets there, it turns out that there is some kind of masked killer. Isn't there always somebody deranged killer out there who is stalking down women and just slaughtering them in some really vicious manners? And this was another winner for me. You know, you get John Saxon playing the manager. Peter Neal himself is a great character. You know, you don't get told too much about this character at the start, but you discover a lot about him throughout the movie. You know, you understand that he's a bit of a ladies' man. You understand that his books are being really bought up. They're doing rather successful, but during some of the interviews we get along the lines of he's kind of misogynistic and almost kind of hateful towards women, you know, giving them some extremely violent deaths throughout this, and he feels persecuted upon. You know, there is somebody killing and blaming it on his book, using passages, leaving them there to kind of frame Peter. And this was a movie that again has all the giallo staples that Argento can do really well. You know, we got a really fantastic character, and you get a slew of red herrings. There are so many people in here that the colour could be that you wouldn't be surprised. The only surprise I have would be a spoiler, which I don't really want to waste here if you haven't seen it. But there is a turning point in the movie where characters twist and change and plot lines kind of merge, and you don't really know what's going on until the end of the movie, as it's all revealed. You know, there is flashback sequences to this haunting image of this stunning woman wearing red shoes on a beach, as we get a point of view of what we can only assume is the killer being tormented by this woman and her lovers, possibly. That's never really fully explained until the end, and there is lots of really tense and exciting moments throughout this movie. The violent scenes in this are rather bloody and in your face and unflinching, and the torture and brutality put onto the women is quite apparent. There are other deaths in here as well that aren't as vicious and more perfunctory. They are necessities to the killer. But again, what I'm really loving about these giallo movies is the mystery at its heart. Yes, they have the blood-soaked scenes, they have the nice atmosphere and the stylistic photography, terrific music, and the music here is pretty fantastic as well. It's a nice, I wouldn't say unobtrusive, it's there, you notice it, but it's a kind of notice it in a that's awesome fashion rather than, well, that seems a bit odd, which I've noticed in a couple of Argento movies. So this one really feels as if they've nailed it. I loved primarily the look of the movie. I loved the character of Peter Neal and John Saxon and the relationships, and how everything changes as the movie goes on, and how things are constantly being repurposed in situations that we didn't understand, are revealed and then repurposed again. You know, there is one character that Peter keeps thinking he sees in Italy, who we see at the start of the movie, and then we start to be a little bit dubious. You know, you get glances of this person in a car, and it could be, it could not. The viewer can't tell, Peter can't tell, and you're never too sure if this woman really is kind of stalking him or what's going on there. And then you get revelations of things, and then that is changed again later on. I found Tenebrae to be another excellent movie. I loved the direction and the style that was here. I loved the bloodlust. It seems to be there for a specific reason, and I can understand that, what's seen in the movie as a complete whole. There is a stylistic end to our colour at the end, which is rather novel, vicious as you would expect, and just the way the movie just finishes as well. You know, it doesn't languish. You know, it feels as if it starts the story exactly where it has to, and it finishes it, you know, instantly. As soon as the story's told, it stops. There's no epilogue, there's no wrap up, there's no detective filling in the victim and why everything was done. We know what we need to know. Boom, stop, we're out of there. Tenebrae, another excellent movie. Every time, or most of the Argento movies I've discovered, I watch, I think it's the new favourite of mine's. You know, and this one's no different. I've still got some biggies to check out as well. You know, I've still got The Bird with the Crystal Plumage to look at. I've still got Deep Red to look at. I've still got The Cat o' Nine Tails. I've checked out 6 so far, and I want to see more. I've heard that his movies after opera aren't as fulfilling or as good, but everything before then I need to see. I need to check that out as soon as possible, because I am absolutely loving it. So if you want to drop me a comment below, recommend my next Argento watch, I'll just list them off for you. I've seen Suspiria, I've seen Two Evil Eyes, I've seen, of course, Tenebrae, Opera, Phenomena, and Four Flies in Grey Velvet, which I think might be my favourite one of the lot so far. Definitely close. So there we go, have it. Tenebrae. Let me know your thoughts of this movie, what you liked about it, what you didn't like, if anything, and where you figure it stands in Argento's filmography. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.